Have you ever wondered how some people make professional-looking whiteboard animations? Well, they used to draw every single frame by hand. But now, with AI, you can skip all of that and create one completely from scratch in less than 10 minutes. So that's why, in today's video, I'm going to show you the only AI workflow you need to make your own whiteboard animation, even if you have zero drawing skills. And the most important step is creating the story. So for this, you want to spend a few minutes thinking about what you actually want to create. In my case, it's going to be a founder's story about a guy named Daniel who started a clothing brand. And after you do that, you want somebody to tell your story out loud while you present the animations on the whiteboard. And the best method I found for this is using a voiceover. For this, you've got two options. You can either record it yourself, which takes a lot of time, or you can use an AI tool to do it for you. Now, the problem with most voiceover generators is that you can hear they sound like a robot. So after testing almost every tool on the market right now, I can honestly say ElevenLabs is one of the best. So to access it, along with all the AI features and models we're going to use in this tutorial, I'm heading inside Higgsfield, which is an all-in-one platform. So if you want to follow along, I'll leave a link in the description down below where you can sign up. Once you're inside, on the top panel, select Audio and then press 11v3. And before I paste in the script I have for my story, on the right side, you can choose the exact voice you want. And as you can see, there are a lot of them. What you need to do is press the play button on the left side of each one, listen for a few seconds, and decide if you like it or not. And what I really like about Higgsfield is that it also gives you this custom option to create your own voice. For now, let's stick with the presets, and I'll go with a female voice this time. So let's take a listen to Mabel.
I'm Mabel. My voice is a place to rest. Steady, warm, and seasoned with a bit of southern heart.
I like it, but let's see if I can find something that fits the mood of my founder's story better.
Hey, I'm Gia. Think of me as your go-to for scripts that need to feel lived in. I've got that natural city rhythm. Warm, a little bit chatty, and 100% real.
Well, I think Gia is a perfect match, so let's select it. And in the text box, I'll paste my script in and simply press generate. Now let's listen to it.
Daniel sketches his first clothing design late at night in his small apartment. He launches his brand online with just a handful of plain shirts. Friends and strangers criticize the designs, calling them too plain to sell.
And it feels natural, the pace works well, and it fits the kind of story I want to make. And now I have the entire voiceover done, and I can finally move on to creating the whiteboard animation. But before I can actually do that, there's one crucial detail we need to handle first, because this is what decides whether our video stays consistent from start to finish. So to keep my character Daniel and all the assets looking the same across all 9 scenes I'm building, I'm going to be using image references. This way, the AI analyzes all the details before generating anything and creates professional-looking results every single time. The tip here is to create a reference image for everything, every character or asset that shows up more than twice in your entire story. So in this case, that's the character, the actual whiteboard, and the human hand that's going to draw the animation. To do that, let's go to the image section inside Higgsfield and hit create image. Here at the bottom, you can choose from dozens of image models, including the most popular ones. Now, Higgsfield also gives us this auto feature, which picks the best model for your case after it analyzes your prompt and what you're trying to do. But I know that for drawing, GPT Image 2 is the best, so I'll select that. And first, I'm going to create my character Daniel, so here's the prompt I'll paste in. As you can see, I didn't give it too many details because GPT Image 2 is going to handle that itself. But now, let's set up the settings. For the quality, I'll go with high, and I'll set the resolution to 4K. For the aspect ratio, I'll go with 16:9, and you can even get multiple generations and see which one you like best, but for now, I'll simply go with 1. So let's hit generate. Well, as you can see, it did a really good job. We've got this guy who looks really friendly and has the exact outfit we asked for. But what I like about it is that the drawing itself is quite simple. It didn't overcomplicate it, which just shows how good this model is. And now let's move on to creating the whiteboard reference. Again, I'll paste in this simple prompt, keep all the settings the same, and generate. Well, there's honestly nothing to say here. It's simply a whiteboard. And now let's generate the third reference image we need, which is the human hand. This is the prompt I'll use, and after a few seconds, this is what I get back. It looks just like the drawing you'd see in a whiteboard animation, so it did a really good job with it. So let's save all 3, and now we have every reference image we need for the next generations. But there's still one really important step that so many people out there are missing out on, and that's actually creating all the drawings one by one instead of trying to make one full video in a single shot. In this way, we get full control over the outcome, and we don't have to worry about regenerating the entire video over every little imperfection, which we can just change individually. So that's why I generate 9 different images, one for each of the scenes. This is quite easy and fast, so let me show you how I do it. First, I go back into the image section and make sure GPT Image 2 is selected. We're going to follow a similar process as before, but now there's a small difference. We're also going to use the reference images from before. So click on the plus button and upload the character and the whiteboard. And for the first scene, I'll write this prompt. Now I'll simply press generate and wait to see the result. A few seconds later, we get Daniel sitting at his desk late at night, right in the style we were going for. Now, if there's anything you don't like about it, you can simply edit the image. You don't need to create the entire final video and then start regenerating it, hoping to get a better result. This simple strategy is what makes this entire workflow work. And from here, it's the exact same process for every other scene. I just swap that one draw line and generate. For the second one, he launches his brand online. Then the critics call his designs too plain. After that, sales go flat and he almost gives up. Then he reworks everything with bolder, more colorful designs. Next, he drops the new collection and films the whole process. Then a creator wears his shirt and the orders start pouring in. After that, he's shipping boxes out of a studio that outgrew his apartment. And in the last one, his brand takes off and he starts mentoring new founders. And just like that, we have our 9 drawings locked in and we're ready to jump into the coolest part of the process. Here we'll be turning all the images we just made into real videos. So let's head straight over into the video section inside Higgsfield. Here on the left side, the first thing we want to do is select the video model. And this time, I'm picking Seedance 2.0 Fast. The next step is to add our reference image as well as the start and end frame. So I'll press on Upload Media, then I go to Image Generations. From here, I pick the drawing hand as the reference image. And for the start frame, I'll go with the blank whiteboard. And for the end frame, I'll select the first illustration, the one with Daniel working at his desk late at night. For the duration, I'll go with 8 seconds. Then select 720p for the resolution and 16:9 as the aspect ratio. And this is the prompt I'm going to use. So let me walk you through it step by step, because the same process applies to all the other generations. As you can see, we start by naming the starting frame, and immediately after that, we tell it which one is the ending frame. This way, the AI looks at both of them and creates a smooth transition from start to finish. Next, we have the small prompt for the drawing hand, which stays exactly the same for all the generations. So the process is pretty simple, and you just need to do this a couple of times. So let's now press generate and see what we get back. Here's the first scene, and it looks exactly like a real whiteboard animation. The hand comes in and draws the whole thing out from nothing. It copies the hand movement and the drawing motion really well. So let's do the same for the next one. All you need to change here is swap the previous illustration for the next one as the end frame. Keep the prompt exactly as is, just drop the new image back in the prompt and you're good. And if you ever run into trouble with that, just pre-upload all 3 reference images and it'll work for sure. So here's what we get back this time. Daniel launching his brand at his laptop, and it draws out just as clean as the first. Then we paste in the next illustration and animate the part where the critics tear into his designs, and you watch all those comments get scribbled in around him. Now for the fourth scene, here's what we get. The rough patch where sales stay flat, and you can really feel how done he is at that desk. For the fifth one, we swap in the next drawing and generate, and this is where he reworks everything, so all the color finally comes in. Next, we animate scene 6, where he films the whole launch, and it looks great, but there's one small thing I want to point out. On the recording phone, you can see the man in the background, which is fine, but you can also make out the hand a little. I'm not sure if it's a reflection of the hand on the phone screen, but it doesn't look quite natural. It's a small thing though. Then we run the one where a creator wears his shirt and the orders start pouring in, and you can see the board split into those 2 little moments. For the 8th, we drop in the shipping scene and watch the hand draw him taping up boxes in his bigger studio. And for the very last one, we animate the ending, his little store with the younger founder beside him and that first sketch drawn back onto the wall. So just like this, we created 9 different scenes. And now comes the easiest and most important part of the whole thing, which is putting all of these together, stitching all the clips into one final video. So for this, you want to go inside CapCut or any other editing tool and upload all the videos we created so far, as well as the ElevenLabs narration track. Now let's order them the right way and trim anything that doesn't fit. And after some refinements, here is the final result.
Daniel sketches his first clothing design late at night in his small apartment. He launches his brand online with just a handful of plain shirts. Friends and strangers criticize the designs, calling them too plain to sell. Sales stay flat for months, and Daniel almost gives up. He takes the feedback to heart and reworks every piece with bolder ideas. He drops the new collection and shares his whole process online. A popular creator wears one of his shirts, and orders start pouring in. Daniel ships boxes of orders from a studio that has outgrown his apartment. His brand becomes a name people know, and he starts mentoring new founders.
In my opinion, it looks really sick. But what's even crazier is I made all of this with zero drawing skills, which was completely impossible just a few months ago. So if you want to create your own professional looking animation, go sign up to Higgsfield using the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.